Good afternoon. Today's April 17th, 2023, and today we really had a slow, choppy range day with a downward bias. You can see this channel here. It's definitely valid, and I think I don't think you would have had it to have been able to take this short right here. But you can see it prices are reacting to the lows and the highs there, but the midline is kind of iffy. But it's definitely a channel. It just didn't really help you a whole lot. It would have helped you for this trade, and that's about it today. So, yeah, just a choppy down day today for the most part. But let's take a look at these trades. So you have this channel down in the overnight break. We don't quite get a new low here, so maybe you look at this as I'd probably look at this as a second entry, but that's 15 minutes before the news item. So you want to be careful. The news item hits, and then we just chop on down to a new low. 2 legs of correction after the break of this channel, and then we get 2 legs down to a new low and some choppy stuff. So really perfect price action. I'd probably look at this move as this is a channel up. You get a break and a couple legs up to a new high. This one's pretty tempting right here, but at that point it looks like we might have a range day. So I'm not too crazy about that, but when you get this lower high, that looks pretty good. It also looks like a breakout pullback kind of, if you look at that. So, there's reasons to like that. It's not a great setup though. And again, I mean, to me, this looked like it was going to be a range, like range within the overnights. We just start chopping around, and you get a second entry and a lower high, but we didn't make it up to these highs, so I don't think you want to take that. I mean, and it looks like there's probably only like 3 ticks back to the EMA, maybe even 265.25. Yeah, so not a great setup. First entry, second entry, lower high doesn't really set up, unfortunately. And then we come down here. I don't like any of these higher lows, and you get this higher low, but you're going into the highs, and then you find congestion, and you get a double test right here. That also is technically a failure, but I don't like that just because. Why didn't I like that? I mean, there's reasons to like it. So I don't know why. I mean, there's only a couple ticks back to the EMA, but you shouldn't be concerned about the EMA here because we're flip-flopping on both sides very clearly. Maybe this is the close outside and you get a matching high. You don't get a new high unless you draw it like that, in which case that makes more sense. You get the close outside, a couple legs up to a new high, and then you get the reversal. So that's probably how you draw it. I mean, this looks like a failure anyway, but it's really just like a lower high, but it looks like a double top, 1, 2 legs back. So I like this move no matter what to test that opening price, and it goes down there. You get a pullback. And then we're just in this range. And in real time, I'd probably have it drawn more like that. But you can see prices just, once this swing broke lower, that's where prices found support. And if I'm being honest, I like this one because that is a second entry long and double test. The only problem I would have with it is, and it's at the lows, so I really do like this, but the only problem is that we haven't gone back up to these overnight highs. So the bias is down. So if you wait, you get a first entry, it breaks out, second entry, and it's not a lower high, but it's a second entry, and you got room to these lows. And you can see a lot of people like that. And we make 2 legs down. Down here, you get a second entry, but it's not one of those days where you're trying to pick aggressive setups, really. I mean, super aggressive. Like, this is pretty aggressive because we never really got confirmation of this trend channel. So really, it's like that with a break and 2 legs down to a new low. So that's aggressive. And then we start chopping around in this range. And I don't think, I mean, you do get this double test right here on a high or low. Maybe you take that. Nice bullish bar. I don't see anything on here. We break out to the high side and you get a double test right there, but the signal bar is just a doji. Then this lower high is a doji, so you can't take it. If you got a good signal bar there, I'd probably take that. If you got a good signal bar here, I'd probably take that. Breaks out to the low side. You get this. This is too much overlap, so I don't think you want to take that high or low. Then you get a reversal right here, and there's no way to get in on this strong move up unless you take this spike in channel. Maybe you take like something like this one. I don't think I would take this one, too close to the highs. Maybe you take this one or this one. So things to think about. We got about 35 minutes till market close, but just a slow day today. Hope everyone had a good day. I'll be back tomorrow.